Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a starter motor. I'll show you how to change a starter motor on a Toyota Avensis 2011 model. It's a T270 D4D 2 litre. But anyway, the starter motor is here. This is solenoid. The starter motor is just back in there now. So there's two bolts to be taken off here. There's one here. What size is that, Evan?
13?
17. So that's a 17, yeah. And we have another one. And the light's not shining where it needs to be there. Well, let's see there now. We have another one in there now. See if we can get a better focus on that. And the second one is that one there. There. So just move the light back slightly. See what it's focused. But anyway, it's in there. And then we have two connections. We have two electrical connections back there. I'll show you here on the new one. So I just moved this box out of the way here now. So what I just showed you there was the solenoid motor here. And then this is the starter motor. And at the back then we have two connections. We have one main connection that goes on here and here. It's like a full plastic piece. So and it goes onto this one actually, and then we have one that clips in and out, and it clips really easily from this one here. Sorry, I'm not the best cameraman in the world. Yeah, so that's it. So we have two connections, one here and one here, and it's a plastic cover covers these two, and then one just clips into that. We have two bolts, as I say here, one here, and then we have one coming in this way. And the thing about this bolt is here, we should be able to get that fully out. If not, it doesn't really matter. If it comes against this, we can just leave it there. We don't have to take it fully out because there's no need to. But the one on the bottom, we definitely will. So let's get stuck in and change the starter motor on a Toyota Avensis D4D 2 litre 2000. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jack it up. I'm going to take off the bottom plate. So I jack it off both sides, jack stands. I use this for extra safety. We have the back wheels stop blocks so the car doesn't roll back on top of me. Same thing here, jack stand, and we have them timbers. So that's the next step. Take off the bottom covers, the plastic cover underneath. So we get that done and we'll be right back. Now underneath the bottom of the car now. So basically you need to take this cover off here. It's just basically a splash guard, basically protect the engine going through water. So that's the next step there now. I was looking underneath, and to be honest with you, it wasn't really much help. So what I'll do is it's 17mm here instead of 17mm for the one underneath. So I'm just gonna take these off now. See, can I get it out this way much easier? Save me a lot of hassle because them things underneath, they're a pain in you know where. I will not say it. This is a no bad language channel here. So I'm going to take out these bolts first of all, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get the motor out and disconnect it that way then. It's very hard to get in there now. I might have to take the EGR valve in the off, and I'm actually seriously thinking of doing it because I want to do a bit of work on that next. So I've got the bottom bolt out and the top one there is out. So the starter motor is ready to come out. So there we go. Next thing is I have to get the electrical fittings, but I'm going to see can I make it much easier taking it out this way than going down the bottom, because that means disconnecting a huge amount of pipes and everything else. But I'm really sure I can do it this way because it seems like I have plenty of space to do it. If not, we should go to plan B, which I will. Why now I took it off this way is because I couldn't get into the back to remove the cap that holds on the nut that goes onto the main power line. So Definitely want that disconnected before you mess with them sort of things. And then I just want this one connection to disconnect, and I should be able to get that out no problem. But I need to just remove the cover that's on the back of this here. Yeah, the nut. Right. I've disconnected the two connections from the back and the solenoid. The next thing I gotta do now is give the light there for 6 on. Is that pipe there. You see that big pipe there? And I just take that off there now. So once I get that off, I should be able to take that out no problem. So that's next step. I remove that pipe from in there. Of course, this cheap old Chinese junk just keeps coming off whenever it wants. And there she comes. One starter motor. Two connections, one here. Now let's compare them one to the other. Right. Try to take this rubber thing out. Place it in here. Guess a small screwdriver, haven't you?
What size?
Small. Right, when we've this done, we'll come back to you. Right, here's the new one. Here's the old one. As you can see, this isn't even out properly. Look, if you can see that compared to the new one to the old one. And here you can see it's fairly short. Let's get it in before the night's in. So we'll just put it back in reverse. Back in a second. Back in, that pipe pushed back. As you can see, a hope in there. I got the small electrical fitting in now. I have to get this one. It comes off the plus terminal of the battery, so that's the next one to get on. And then after that, we push it back into its proper position, bolt it in, put that pipe back on, rebuild the rest of the stuff. We'll see how we go from there. But anyway, it's really simple, just putting these back on. They came with new washers, so I'm going to do that next. Into position. I have this bolt in hand-ish tight. There's a bolt underneath here now that I have to get. It's in like, but I just have to tighten it up. So once I get these two, I'm going to tighten them up. I'm going to put that pipe back on. And yeah, that's the key to it. Get that pipe off there now. And that's it now. Just looking. Right, this one down here now is a 17. I have to use a ring spanner on it. I want to get that as tight as possible. Like this, nice and snug here, but I want to not too tight, just tight enough. That's the first one. That's that one, and this one. Starter motor replaced. Now I need to get this pipe back on here now, which I have a funny feeling is going to be one me and Mama to get back on, but let's get the job done. Back in a sec when I get it up. Pipe on now. Next thing is re-put these back on. Refit these here. Now, what we do is we tighten these up and we get a whole battery tray back in, and we'll be back in 1 second. Now we get the battery holder back into place. what I'm doing. Oh. Too tight. I want to get the top piece on first, so we'll just get them roughly. So the next piece we want. Next piece we want is this. Need to connect on these harnesses as well. So. We'll be back to you there in 1 second. Put back in, we need to get this harness. It fit on this or something. So there we go, that's number one. This one's fit back in there. And now it'll fit into place like so. So the 4 bolts are here. Eins. 2. 3. And the last 4 for the German. Huh? So what we'll do is we'll tighten these up then. The battery tray on. So we'll tighten these up first. Not too tight so we can get the bottom ones. I don't remember what them ones were. Do you remember what they were? No. No, that's soon fine. Anyway, taking up these bottom ones now. This 1. 2. This one here now. Just the 3rd one. 4th one. And we get these last 2, but we'll come back when we've these done now. Right, we have it all firmly in place. Back in goes the tray. What a silly thing this is. There we go. Silly or not, that's where it goes. We need a battery. Hey. So let me see what the cold is. So plus is this side, minus the other side. Put this back on first. This is Dr. Hook. So we have a bolt here that I have to remove. Let's leave it up here. And this hook, if you can get the camera back in here, goes underneath there like that. Fits on top of the battery like so. Back over here. And this fits on there like that. The bolt. So that's it here. The leg over here maybe handy, I suppose. And there we go, something in that direction. We'll tighten this up. What's the small ratchet son?
I don't know.
What we'll do is we'll tighten these up and we'll tighten this one up and we'll get back to you. And then the next step will be I'll reconnect the battery, pull us first, then positive. With this all tightened down, I have to go underneath the bottom, and I did open up the bottom piece. I just want to tighten it back up. There's a few little screws to go in there. But anyway, right, back in a second. Battery back in. As you can see, where that line goes down all the way down there. So I just shine the hook. There's a hole there where the hook goes into, and it attaches on, and then it holds the whole battery thing in place. Just hold that for 1 second.
Yep.
And as you can see, that's fair. Now, next thing is we're going to connect up our battery and give it a try. But I'm going to get underneath first and screw back underneath just to get for that. Right, back in a minute. Right, I'm just going to do a check on everything here now. Shows the light there. So everything that I've taken apart is back in the one piece, the way it was originally placed by Toyota. There's the new starter motor in there now. So the only thing now is just give it a shot and see. With all our hard work, successful.
Wait, the cap, put the cap on.
No, I need to sort it out. You're right. What a beauty. What a beauty. Here we go. One new starter motor. I just have to fill it up. The cooling. There's no cooling left. Level. A little bit more. Full level, yeah, holding it out. Beautiful job. That pipe there now, the most important part of doing this now and holding this is getting that air intake pipe into the throttle body out. And then the rest is really quite simple. We're just doing it in this car, so sounds good, huh?
Yep.
Right, we'll give it one more wall. It's still videoing. Well, anyway, as I was saying, the most important part is this intake pipe. That air intake pipe coming into the throttle body here. This one. It has got a ring, pipe clamp on it there. That's the most important one to get off. And then the rest is really easy. It's just that bolt there that I took off earlier. That one there. And then there's one opposite, the opposite side of that down there. And there's two connections. There's one from the battery, and then there's one connection at the back of it, which I can show you on the old starter motor. The other two connections there, you have the small one, and then you have the main electrical one that goes on to the from the battery. But this one is absolutely shot. Started first tip. I'm absolutely delighted. But you would probably find if I took this apart, which you might do, and put new bushings into it, you can get them from China for a couple of euro. It's a relatively easy job to do. But anyway, that's it. That's how you do the starter motor on a Toyota Avensis T270 2-litre D4D 2011 model. And hopefully if this video was of any help, please subscribe, show a bit of support, leave a comment if you like, and yeah, thank you, goodbye.